I'm assuming Gus has called him after the game and had chat with him. Dr. Bill?
No, I didn't talk to him.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the December 1st Board of Selectmen meeting, 7 p.m. I just want to make an announcement that the meeting is being recorded and transmitted via cable TV for everyone's viewing enjoyment. And if you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's good to see everyone here. First on the agenda is a joint annual meeting between Lynnfield Center Water District and the Board of Selectmen. This is to set compensation for the tax collector and the Board of Assessors. It's an annual joint meeting of the Selectmen of the town of Lynnfield and the Commissioners of the Lynnfield Center Water District, Monday today, December 1st, 2014, 7 p.m. Pursuant to Section 108B, Chapter 41 of the General Laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, this annual joint meeting between the Selectmen and the Water Commissioners is called to set the salary to be paid to the tax collector and the Board of Assessors for work performed for the district. So I'll officially open this meeting. So,
I move that David Nelson be nominated as chairperson of this annual joint meeting.
I second the motion.
so it's been moved and seconded that I am the chairperson for the meeting. All in favor? Aye. Okay.
I move that the reading of the minutes of the February 10th and 24th, 2014 annual joint meetings be waived.
Second.
So it's been moved and seconded that the reading of the minutes for February 10th and 24th, 2014 annual joint meetings be waived. All in favor? Aye.
I move that the fiscal year 2016 annual compensation for services rendered to the Lynnfield Center Water District be set as follows. Tax collector, $500, and assessors, $200 each.
I second the motion.
So it's been moved and seconded that the fiscal year 2016 annual compensation for services rendered to the Lynnfield Center Water District be set as follows. Tax collector $500 and the Board of Assessors $200. All in favor? Aye.
I move that this meeting be adjourned and sign I die.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is closed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Nelson, you have to do this, the Lynnfield Water District.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's coming next. I'm
Okay.
going to close one and open the other one.
Hey, no complaints down there. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Merry Christmas
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you.
Sarah, bless you. Cool, Jay. Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Now, we're going to hold an annual joint meeting of the Board of Selectmen for the town of Lynnfield and the Commissioners of the Lynnfield Water District. Today, December 1st, 2014, 7 p.m. Pursuant to Section 108B, Chapter 41 of the General Laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, this annual joint meeting between the Selectmen and the Water Commissioners is called to set the salary to be paid to the tax collector and the Board of Assessors for work performed for the district. So I will officially open this meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Chairman David Nelson be nominated as chairperson of this annual joint meeting.
I'll second.
So it's been moved and seconded that I, David Nelson, be chairman of this annual joint meeting. All in favor? Aye.
I move that the reading of the minutes of the February 10, 2014 annual joint meeting be waived.
Second.
So it's been moved and seconded that the minutes of the February 10, 2014 annual joint meeting be waived. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move that the fiscal year 2016 annual compensation for services rendered to the Lynnfield Water District be set as follows. Tax collector $500 and assessors $150 each.
Second.
So it's been moved and seconded that the fiscal year 2016 annual compensation for services rendered to the Lynnfield Water District be set as follows. tax collector 500, and assessors 150 each. All in favor?
Aye.
I move that this meeting be adjourned, sine die.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is closed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Next is an interview with Michael. Is it DMR?
Yes.
The Recreational Path Committee. Michael, if you'd please come up and welcome.
Greetings, thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you are interested in,
Selectmen
other than you've already explained it pretty well, but
Selectman Terranova, Selectman Nelson, and Selectman Crawford, thank you for inviting me here tonight. I also want to thank Janet Long for recommending me to participate in this committee. So I moved here in 2012. I moved from Cambridge, and I used to live at the foot of the Minuteman Bike Trail, and I spent a lot of time on that trail. I know what a recreational path like this can do for a community. It can be a backbone for a community. Some people don't refer to Arlington unless they think about the Minuteman Bike Trail. But I can tell you that families teach their children how to bike on bike paths. It's just also a safe venue for people to gather and share family-enriched activities. A recreational path like this is vital to this town. It's also a safe place for people to meet. So what I think I could bring to this committee is I can share my enthusiasm certainly for cycling, and I can tell you that my son is a second grader at the Huckleberry Hill School, and because of his relationship with the school, myself and my wife Natalie have also acquired a number of friends who also have children his age. And I can tell you that after speaking with many of them, this recreational path is number one on their agenda. They think that this is a wonderful idea. I suppose I can also perhaps use my legal skills to help with any legal issues, any questions that may arise. Some other thoughts that I had was perhaps we could focus on meeting with the school committees and trying to share our enthusiasm with them, and maybe meeting with them. There's a list of things I think that need to be done. This is a great effort, and I want to seize the opportunity to be part of this historic moment.
well, thank you for getting involved. Your resume is very thorough and it's very impressive, your resume. One question I do have is the bike path. There's a whole lot of positivity going on with the bike path, but there's also some people that are in opposition of the bike path, and there's a lot of people on the fence. So how do you think that those kind of things should be handled if you were on the committee?
Education. I think we need to enlighten them. I think we need to give them facts and figures. I know that crime is always a concern, but I know that from the website, reading what our police chief states about the bike path, I think that's a positive place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Crime really isn't an issue. However, crime can be someone's focus. But I think, again, without having done a lot of research in that area, I really can't be specific. But I think education, meeting with people, and answering their questions, and answering questions that are designed to assuage their fears about something like this. So.
Okay. Comments from?
Sure. Michael, thank you. I appreciate this. This is any of these community endeavors are much appreciated, not only for, your involvement. I also appreciate the legal aspect that you might bring to it that helps to have a little different view on it. I think you hit the nail on the head. Education's the big thing at this point. We're still in the early process of this whole, procedure. The engineering part has just started, as you probably know, and the education of everybody in town, not just the people along the path, but everybody in town is tantamount to finding out the plus and minuses of the path, and letting everybody know, and not only know, but to either relieve their fears or confirm their fears, if the case may be. But I think it's, you're a great addition to this committee, and I do welcome you, and I thank you for volunteering for this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a privilege.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike, after reading your resume, you're certainly well qualified, and I'm sure that I think your committee members are in favor of you, from what I understand. So it looks like it'd be a really good fit, help keeping things organized. But more importantly, from your judicial background, you can appreciate having an open mind and fairly listening to the pros and cons of all the issues and addressing them. And I know that you said that you'd want to educate people, but from what I understand is a lot of people want to be heard because they have concerns. So I hope that you listen to people with a very open mind, because there's three sides of the coin, for, against, and people undecided. And certainly the people that are for it, there's obviously no issues with your group. However, the people opposed have issues, and they want to be addressed and they want to be heard. So it's really important for me as selectman that these people get their time to be heard and their issues be addressed. Okay, that's paramount. We can't just sort of move right along and not address their concerns, because what is a concern today with education could then be a supporter tomorrow.
Agreed.
Or they may never be a supporter. I don't know. But I think we owe all townsfolk the due diligence and the respect that they deserve. So is that something you think you could comply
Absolutely,
with?
particularly those people who are concerned about abutter privacy. And my understanding is that there's between 80 and 90 families that are actually impacted by this project, more so than others, because they're abutters.
Sure.
So,
And I'm sure that you're probably aware of my concern is that every abutter needs to be heard,
absolutely.
because they're the ones that have the biggest impact with this. And if they have a concern, it absolutely needs to be addressed. Because I'm not abutting it, and it's not going to directly impact me, but if I was and I had concerns, I'd want to know that the committee, the town, would be respectful of my wishes, because I'm the one that's going to lose, at a minimum, a lot of privacy. So,
After having little conversation with Janet, our chairperson, I'm completely confident. I have no reservations about advancing that priority.
okay.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve Mike Diamorti to the Lynnfield Real Committee.
Thank you.
Second that?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Michael, welcome,
Welcome.
and thank you.
Welcome
Thank you.
aboard.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next agenda topic was police department staffing, but Chief Breen is not able to be here tonight, so we're going to defer that to our December 15th meeting.
Do we need to make a motion for that?
No, I don't think so. Next on the agenda is remote participation policy. Which is the one in the packet before you. And it's from the Commonwealth's website, and it's pretty much their basic policy that I do believe different municipalities have adopted.
Yes, this is a model policy that has been adopted by many communities. It lays out the minimum requirements for remote participation and the permissible reasons for remote participation and the technology types that are acceptable for remote participation and the procedures that the boards must follow for remote participation.
So I don't know how you can go wrong by using theirs.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we discussed this would be the third time discussing this topic, but I think remote participation is something that would be beneficial to the town. It's allowable, it's acceptable, and I think there's a lot of people on our various boards and committees that do travel a lot, and it will allow them the ability to remotely participate through a voice on a telephone or something like that. So my recommendation would be to sort of accept this as our policy. And that's, any comments?
I think that for the Attorney General's office to post this on their website, that I'm sure these issues are well vetted and well thought out. And as long as we're, moving along in accordance with the Attorney General's office, that I wouldn't see there being a problem with that. As far as people actually utilizing the remote participation, I hope that we can make sure that we test our capabilities in advance so that when someone does actually use it, that we don't find out in the beginning of a meeting that we have problems that can't be resolved. So that would be a terrible waste of time. So maybe somewhere in here we want to consider a testing. If someone is on vacation or is ill or whatever there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 permissible reasons for remote participation. Do we want to require someone in advance of the meeting to test their connections to make sure that everything will work properly?
Well, I would think we would test to make sure the phones work. I mean, you need a phone with a speaker, which we have here, right, Bill? This one?
Right. It does require that prior to participating, all persons present at the meeting, location to be clearly audible to one another. So I think it's the responsibility of the board and the individual who is participating remotely to ensure that that takes place. And if it does not take place, then he cannot or she cannot
Right, you can't
participate.
have the meeting.
Right. Well,
You have to be able to, everyone needs to be able to hear the voice.
what I'm concerned about is, say, where there's a 3-member, well, no, it'd have to be a smaller number, because even with 3 members, 2 make a quorum,
Yeah.
so the meeting goes on.
Right.
Okay. All right, I just hate to see someone try to connect and there be a problem, so as long as that's not an issue, I would certainly support this.
What I like about this is that the requirement is that the meeting already have a quorum present at the meeting. So the additional remote participation is in addition to the quorum that's already there. So, and there are provisions in here that if something does happen to their connection, that the meeting can continue because that person didn't make the quorum, which I think is key in here. Also, that person is given any particular documents that are relevant to that meeting ahead of time, so they aren't blind on the other end.
Right.
And the technology part of it would be important, particularly if there's a PowerPoint demonstration or something. That's where the remote participation would only be relevant if they had some sort of Skype or some sort of remote ability to also see what was being presented. So I think it covers all that in here, and I believe this document that was prepared by and put on the Attorney General's site is very good. So with that, I'd like to make a motion to accept the remote participation as written.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll have to try it out. But if Phil's up in New Hampshire and Tom's in Cabo San Lucas and I'm sitting here, we can't have a remote participation.
No,
That's right.
somebody who has to be here.
Question though, is this is going to become an official selectman policy?
Yes.
And that any committee, board, commission can utilize this?
Yes.
Okay, like school committee, finance
Yes.
committee, or whatever. Are we gonna do anything with, like, changing the letterhead, or just, how are we gonna acknowledge that we've accepted this?
Well, we'll put it up on the website and we'll send it to all the boards and
Okay.
committees.
Use of town facilities. Request for manger scene on the common. Mary, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Fine.
I requested that we put a manger display on the common for Christmas because I think it's appropriate. First of all, I sent petitions to most of the churches in the community, and we have over 100 signatures of Lynnfield citizens who are in agreement. And we have support of 3 of the major clergy from the churches within the community. In researching this, I found that Massachusetts was one of the first states in 1856 to declare Christmas a state holiday. In 1870, Ulysses S. Grant declared a national holiday. So the true meaning of Christmas is the birth of Christ, and I think the manger should be beside the tree. And I guess a good many citizens feel the same way, so that's the reason. And I thought it would be an easy thing to find a manger within the town, and I find it is not. Many are in use. So we are now in search of a manger. We have many calls out, and I expect we will have one. We're hopeful before the week before Christmas. If we do, we'd like to be able to put it up before that week, but definitely by the 21st.
And you have a facilities use permit application right here.
Yes.
And it says you wanted the use of the town hall parking lot. Now, we did add, there was an addition to electricity, 1 outlet.
Right.
Because
I think that would be
there is a
sufficient.
discussion around lights. The dates wanted are December 20th to the 26th.
Right.
And the time would be an all-day thing. The organization is Mary Stewart. To display nativity manger near the tree, which you already mentioned, and you do have your signatures, so I think it's fine. I think the more colorful the common, the
Right.
better around the holiday season to me. I like
And
that.
based on what you said today, we're planning on having caroling, 5 to 6 as traffic goes by
Yeah.
on that week, depending on what kind of participation.
Maybe we can get a lot of people
have
out there to
everything
sing.
doing, they have things going, and the churches all have things going. But even if it's 5 or 10 people,
Yeah, that's fine. I'll join in on
Spirit of
that
it.
one. It's caroling, that's fun.
That's great, Mary. We appreciate it. The one thing we did have to get was the sign off of the Department of Public Works. Do you know if they approved this?
They're fine with
They're fine? Okay, so it's been approved.
And so you are looking for a manger. You do have calls out,
I have calls out a lot of places,
okay?
even to the universities. So we will see. We'll get something, even if we have to buy it and get donations after the fact. We'll have something.
All right.
This is awfully nice of you, Mary, to spend all this time to create this situation. I think it is something that the town will behold. And there's a lot of other communities that in their town centers have multiple displays for different ethnicities, different religions. So certainly this is something that I think the town would really love. And at the beginning, we were talking about electricity. Just want to make sure you position the manger somewhere where you'll have access to that electricity.
Right,
Because I'm not sure if it's everywhere in the common.
right.
There's
Well,
only
imagine
certain
near
outlets.
the tree, would it be?
Near the tree there will
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, there's outlets that come up from underground throughout the common, so
this is an awfully nice thing to do, and I'm sure that if you should have to buy it, you can count me in for a contribution.
Thank you very much.
So with that, I'd like to make a motion to approve Mary Stewart's request for a manger display in the town common.
I'll second that.
So it's been moved and seconded to display the manger as identified on the form. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, Mary. Good luck.
Thank you. And by the way, I would offer to sing, but I'll just scare people away, so I can't do that.
None of us are joining the symphony.
The thing is, when you all blend together, it sounds
That's right.
nice.
Right. The happiness of it. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Meeting minutes for October 20th. I didn't see any problem with these meeting minutes.
I was fine with these meeting minutes.
I'm okay with these. I move that we approve the meeting minutes of October 20th.
I'll second that motion.
So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting minutes for November 17th, 2014. I didn't find anything wrong with these either.
I had a note, page 4, at the end of the second paragraph. We had a few-minute discussion on actual notification that was going to be provided. And I'm not sure that I see where they actually 2 or 3 people answered that question or attempted to answer the question and didn't answer the question. So I think it should be noted that the question was asked more than once, I think 3 times, including the news reporter, and we still didn't get an answer. So something that I wrote up was, we engaged in a discussion regarding notification to the townspeople, for which no clear answer was provided by any RMLD employee at the meeting.
They did provide an answer when they go out prior to doing tree trimming. I mean, they do hang door knob hangers and they try to contact the person. I mean, that's what they do. That's sort of the system-wide how they do it with tree trimming. So I don't know.
I think it was the advance notification. There seemed to be, if you didn't go look at their website, you didn't have any advance notification. I think that's where I really had the problem, because I asked if they were going to be doing a mailer at the beginning of the month. And we heard about how costly that would be. But I really didn't hear anything about them coming up with some system other than as they went along and knocked on the door. Because the problem that I had was, if someone was home or was having a party and 2 trucks roll up and they want to start trimming back, branches from their wires, I mean, all well and good, it needs to be done, absolutely. But if they have a party going on, then they'd have to ask them to come back. Whereas if they had some notification, then they would be, maybe have the party on a day that was conducive for RMLD.
I understand what you're saying. When I just try to write what people say and try to avoid characterizing whether it was responsive to the question asked or not, because I would view that as me editorializing on the quality of the response.
Well, this is factual. They didn't answer the question. because not only did I ask twice, news reporter asked in a rather strong tone.
They responded
With what?
with, well, whether to characterize it as a adequate response,
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. If the board wants to put something in its minutes, I'm happy to put whatever, but
Okay.
I just try to avoid characterizing whether the response was
That's fair enough,
proper,
sure.
not proper, responsive, not responsive. She basically said, I'll read the part that I thought was her response to it. She said the practice has never been for staff to go out in advance of trimming crews to provide notice. She asked if the town's received any complaints about this past practice. Then Chairman Nelson addressed a complaint about truck tires on the lawn. Ms. O'Brien said she believes the current practice has been successful. That, to me, I took as her response was,
That was a response,
I
and
think
that's what the
what we're
electric
doing is
utilities
okay.
do. That's how they conduct tree trimming. They go out when they're gonna do the tree trimming, and they try to notify people. That's just a utility-wide practice.
but you're right, that she didn't. you know,
I was asking for an advance notice, and so I guess there was no advance notice.
That's
what
how
we
I
were-
read it.
That's what
Right,
we were looking
well,
for.
I think that's what the response.
There is none, that's,
They didn't say directly, no, we're not gonna do it, but they
Right.
said, is there a we don't see a problem
Right.
to what we're doing.
Okay. Well, short of that was my only concern with this. So,
I have no issues with these minutes, and I think we should, I'll make a motion to accept the November 17th minutes as written.
I'll second that. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, we've come to the end of an agenda,
Okay.
so we'll take one more.
make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Moved and seconded to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Before we adjourn, I'd like to congratulate all the high school sports teams, most notably the high school football team. The boys did one heck of a job all year long. We're all really, really proud of what you guys have done. The parents working really hard. The Pioneer Parents Group working hard to support the team. And just, you guys did great, and I'm sure you'll be back next year better than ever. So congratulations, guys.
Yes, congratulations. The meeting is adjourned.